Did we do it? Are we live? I think we are. Did we crush it? Hello, hello. We have a very peaceful soundtrack tonight. Xenoblade 2. And hopefully we don't get claimed. That's dope. That'd be tight. What's up, chat? Alright, sorry, I'm a little bit late. I'm a little bit late. But I have good reason. I fell down a tennis hole. And here I am. I'm gonna start playing tennis again. Because I miss it. Shoot. Do need to turn that off on stream. Cause I want I want to go to my dashboard. Stream elements, that is not a streamlined process. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, that one's off. We can turn that one off. Cool. Yay. Tennis, yeah. Used to play like a lot. Used to be in the USTA. It's a good time. Till I rolled my ankle too many times and I was risking breaking it altogether. That not so PogChamp. Playing, yeah. I was a player. Well, I watched it too, but I played also. I used to be a svelte 180. Also need to lose weight. Xenoblade, hello. Hey. Well, calm down. Calm down, it's not that serious. You like a good... There, we'll do that. So anyway, I was looking up rackets for Jenna and I. And that is I feel weird with it being on that side. I still want to hear things. I was looking at brackets for Jenna and I. And also shoes. Because like the court will tear up tennis shoes. Running shoes. Which is all we really have. So anyway, sorry I'm late. That's my bad. That's my bad. Here's the deal, chatters. I'm gonna start streaming every Tuesday evening. That's my plan. A lot of gachas reset on Tuesdays. A lot of modes reset, at least. We may find ourselves upon a coveted Genshin reset one of these Tuesdays. I think those typically happen on Tuesday night. A lot of options. But for the foreseeable future, it's probably going to be Fae, Star Rail, Genshin. And I have attempted to set up all of said capture devices in a very pleasing, cohesive way, so that hopefully it is a pretty painless process. But we'll see. My television on? Television's on. Where's my television on? Oh well. Not important. It'll turn off eventually, probably. So, we're playing Xenoblade 2, the soundtrack today, because I'm feeling very reminiscent. I almost have 3's DLC completely completed. Just gotta grind out some levels. May do that at some point also. But I want to do serial streams, and then a couple random, like, event-based streams, which I think could be fun. That is my plan, to be consistent, because there's a lot of stuff happening in the future that will likely derail me several times over. Also, new VODs video went up today from a live stream that happened a month ago. Oops. Sorry about that. It occurred to me I hadn't been taking care of or addressing any of the previous live streams and putting them on the VODs channel. Oops. Gonna work on that too. Aiming for consistency this year. That's the hope. Anyway, that is the plan. The plan. We'll be streaming Saturday night. We'll be streaming Saturday night. Very cool, very pog. We have a special hero reviews happening, so that'll be fun. I have a special guest who will be announced later this week. You guys will probably be very jazzed for them, I hope. All the 3 houses plushies kind of thing. Oh, yeah, that's actually every Fire Emblem plush back there. But yeah, that side is all 3 houses. I've also been going through some our dining room, our formal dining room, which isn't really a dining room. It's currently just a bunch of boxes that have taken up hold there. So I've been going through some old boxes of stuff too. I found a bunch of books that I used to, well, that I used to own. I got rid of them. But I discovered I was nearly red-pilled. I was so close to being red-pilled as like an 18, 19-year-old. And I didn't realize it at the time. This is this is great timing for Argentum to kick on. I was almost red-pilled. And then Argentum blares in the background. Yeah, I had all these books about how you should be like respecting the past and how technology was like making us stupider and all this stuff. Which as a young historian, like, yeah, you kind of get spoon-fed that stuff. But as I looked up the authors, you know, a decade after the fact. Oh my. I think it's like a gateway into like the traditional values thing, which is curious. Boy. Boy, if my life turned out different, eh? If I had kept a museum job and not like pivoted into the information technology space. Ooh boy. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. So yeah, I was almost red pilled. Crazy. Crazy to think about. Glad I'm not, by the way. Glad I'm not. I would like to think I would have common sense to not believe things like Andrew Tate is spouting off and stuff like that. But anyway, there's a little fun fact. Other things I've been doing in my downtime, which doesn't really exist these days. We're still cleaning house. I'm still renovating. We have outside work to do now, so I'm also landscaping. Anyway. When do you think we'll get Fallen Banner reveal? Soon. Probably like a couple days. Couple days, probably. Don't know if you've read the update notification yet, but our upcoming Ephemera Divine Codes has a manual with Attacker's Menace on it. Morgan? Fallen Morgan? We tend to fall easy to faulty logic. Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds right, so like why wouldn't it just be the case, right? That's what it is. It's funny because I feel like my brother-in-law, who's like a couple years younger than me, is kind of like going through potentially that. We reel him back in. I try to keep him humble if possible. Maybe slightly. I feel like a lot of dudes are really close to that red pill edge. And they maybe don't realize it, which is the scary part. Because I didn't realize. Anyway, point is... display case. Those are IKEA? On a stack, I usually default to IKEA things. Most of the furniture I have and utilize is plywood pieces that I have nailed and glued together. But you know, if you want it slightly cheaper and consistent, IKEA is the way to go, in my opinion. Actually, those cases weren't bad to build. It was just kind of annoying because it's like 90% glass. But they're not bad. Any predictions? I'm... Gunter. We need greens, mostly. I am predicting 2 green options to show up. Hopefully Gunter. I feel like Gunter's a pretty obvious one. Risen Crom. I feel like that's a... Not a gimme per se, but one that a lot of people are probably hopeful for. A lot of engage options, honestly. I mean, we played the DLC, right? We streamed that. There's some options there. Sure you guys are probably aware of that. You know, Gunthra's not on the banner. I hope that nobody I want is on there. I'm just, you know, after a while, it's like, oh, summoning's fun, and then it's not because they drop a Rhea, and then I am beside myself, and I go through these like ebbs and flows of where, oh, summoning's cool. I like it. It's fun. That's fun. Little Gamba, right? That's fun. In moderation, and then there's something you really want, and you're like, oh god. And then it's so much summoning in a small interval that I just don't want to summon anymore. It's like Burnout. It's a lot like Burnout. That's how I would describe it. I'm currently still on the tail end of Burnout. Like my Nertha's summon, I legitimately didn't do that until Sunday. I was 3 days late on that banner because I just didn't get around to summoning. And that's not always the case. Sometimes I'm more jazzed than others. But like I just didn't care. I just didn't feel like it. Whatever happened happens. Which we do have an update. We do have an update. I pulled the trigger on the spark because I made my decision, so we can update there. Get y'all in the loop. I really need to do an account review, don't I? I guess technically it's like a barracks tour. That's the Fae version of an account review. Fafnir's a good pick. Yeah. I feel like it's been enough time for Fafnir to show up. I don't know. Fallen Banner is always kind of hit or miss with me. Some years they're really good, some years they're not. I think the Fallen Ike year was pretty pog. Fallen Rhea was pretty sick. I don't know that I really care about any of the other ones. Playpoint orbs, that's what's up. That's what I'm saying. Always spend responsibly. Side note. Sidebar. You want to know the truth? I have to go through story maps, like chain challenges and stuff. A lot. There's like squad assaults, I have like 25. Chain challenges, there are a lot. I got 3 for Paralog Lunatics. I got 3 for book 7 main story Lunatic. Oh god, normal is even less caught up. Ew, there's like a dozen on normal and then like another 20 on hard. So there's like probably between the 3 different difficulties like 40 that I have to do. And that's a lot. The back to back to back to back to back of it all. That's a lot. Ugh. Is there anyone in particular you don't want to see because Horde route? For Fallen? Dude, you know who it might be, actually? You know who we might get on Fallen Banner? We might see Bruno. We might see Fallen Bruno. It would very much explain why we haven't gotten him base yet. But, like, we have gotten, like, a seasonal version. I bet you anything we get end of book 6 Bruno. I bet that happens. Outside of stuff I don't want to see, let me get Winter Bruno. That was last year. And he was free, I think. No, I think it was this year. Or last year. Wait. 2022. It's occurring to me that me saying last year implies not this most recent Christmas, but the last one. Words. They mean different things to different people. Duh. Obvious understatement there. I have just logged on, actually. Very cool. Oh, yeah. We could do some Three Hopes stuff. That could be interesting. I don't know that they would do it so soon after the new heroes, though. Just popping rearmed Ingrid out here.
Yes?
Oh, dude, this track is so nostalgic. Oh, so good. Gormott. Where are my Gormott fans at? Dude, I have to play Xenoblade 2 again. I love that game. Like a lot. Maybe I'll play it this winter. I actually had the grand idea to replay all of the Xenoblade Chronicles games in like chronological order. Do Chronicles chronologically. You get it? You get it? Like a little word thing. Right? That's clever. That's clever. Probably not on stream. Rearmed hero on the Fallen banner? I doubt it. I feel like they're fairly tradish with Fallen banner. Like, we've never even gotten like a duo or anything. Or like a harmonized or anything like that. Which really, if you think about it, Fallen Berkut is the original duo hero. Let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in. Think about that for a second. Xenogears. I think... I don't want to spoil anything, but I think based on Xenoblade 3, the DLC, they're likely ramping up to do like remasters or remakes of other Xeno games. That's as specific as I'll be. And there's really no fundamental, like, basis for that. It could just be copium. But seems like there's potential for it. Again, without being overly specific. Because I don't know how many of you all are Xeno fans out here. I have not played the other Xeno games, actually. Only Chronicles. Although I think back before the eShop ended, I may have bought X on Wii U. Yeah, I think I bought X. Which I don't know where that fits. But I was like, if the eShop is ending, then I should get this just in case. Because it may be a while. But now I'm seeing that you can just get a brand new sealed copy for the Wii U for like $30 online. Which is... seems pretty reasonable. Oh, now I'm seeing it for 120. 140. Okay. Curious. I own all the Xenosaga games, which are kind of rare nowadays. Yeah, hold on to those. Hold on to those. Also, hello, Lurker. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, I have a couple rare games that I will never let out of my sight. One of which is a mint condition Radiant Dawn. One of 2 copies available at my local GameStop upon release. When I went to buy it, they were like, "You sure you want this?" I said, "Yeah." Like, okay. Dude tried talking me out of it. Crazy. Crazy. I've got a copy of Path of Radiance. Oh, actually, I have every ported Fire Emblem on, like, cart. So. But there's some other, like, Super Princess Peach on the DS. Anyone? Anyone? That one's kind of rare. It's not that rare. Kind of rare. I think most of the rare games that I own are like ones that just didn't have huge releases. So like it's just, you know, the number of copies in circulation are just generally low. Yo, you got Radiant Dawn from Kmart? Dude, that's such a throwback. Holy. That's tight. That's pretty tight. SNES Chrono Trigger? Yo, that's pretty poppin'. That's pretty poppin'. Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you guys this. All of my old Game Boy Color, Super Nintendo, GameCube, Nintendo 64, all those games that I had, my mom took them to Goodwill while I was in college. Don't have it anymore. I've slowly tried to rebuild my old collection, but yeah, she's donated it all. Feels bad. Slowly I'm finding things. Like I have Pokemon Blue and Yellow again. I had actually 1 year for Christmas, Jenna got me an old refurbished Game Boy Color. Lime green, like the one I had. Crazy. Refurbished. I guess that's the right word. It's like pristine looking now. Refurb is the right word, right? I think it is. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. The only old console I don't own that I used to have was a Nintendo 64. I haven't picked one of those up, but it's all good. Oh, dude, comics getting donated sucks. Especially in the 2000s with like the Marvel revival. Oh yeah, the Game Boy SP is great. The SP is probably like my favorite handheld that Nintendo's done. Outside of the Switch. Which is, I guess, technically a handheld. As far as the classic handhelds Nintendo put out go. I think the Game Boy SP is pretty tight. It's pretty tight. I wish I had a Game Boy Pocket. Do you guys remember those? I never had one. Wow, the music just kind of cut off very abruptly there. I did not mean to make such a dramatic statement about the Game Boy Pocket. Whoa. That's crazy. A flip Game Boy Advance? Isn't that the Game Boy Advance SP? The flip? I still have one. Cobalt blue. It's a great color. It's a great color. Dude, International got a raw deal. Some of the Nintendo 3DSs that came out, so many cool colors. So many cool colors. There's like an amber orange color and like a forest green color that were only ever released in Japan. So good. Such good colors. Tragic that they never got international release. But at the same time, I guess I kind of get it. You know? I found my DSi the other day. When connecting to the internet was a big deal. Crazy. I've always kind of been surrounded by the internet. That's occurring to me now. I've never not really been connected. At least not to the point where like pre-widespread internet availability, I was probably too young to like comprehend it anyway. But it's wild. AOL discs. I'm pretty sure I would like frisbee those things. Because my dad used to get them. And I remember them as a kid. But I didn't really know what they did. I just saw a disc and it was shiny. And so I wanted to throw it. Oh, if only I had known. If only I had known. Oh, dude. Yeah, LAN cables? Game changer. Game changer. Oh, Nagi? Oh my god, guys. Did you see the news? There's still no Nagi Refine. My world is over. I think it's done. I think it's a done deal. I think it's a done deal. No more Nagi refund. I think the dream is dead. We're basically into 4.0 at this point. Asia got released in like 3.7. The copium response, of course, is, well, there's just too many green options this time around. What with Edelgard and then, you know, Alm and someone else who is there. So just too many green. Then I do an all green banner again. That's crazy. Yeah. And I had people in my comments fighting. I tweeted about this. There were people arguing in my replies. I'm like, guys, come on. It's a mobile game. Let's not fight amongst each other. When we fight against each other over heroes, is wins. Always remember that. Always remember that. We can't turn on each other. All right, chat. Should we get into it? We kind of do have a lot to do. I hope she gets it when I least expect it, because that would be one heck of a pick-me-up. I would be jazzed. I had unless an employer's watching, I did not have a job interview today, but I had a call just about some work that they were looking to have done. I think I'm not gonna get the job. Have you ever had an employer or a prospect, a potential employer, ask you at the end of a phone call what your salary expectation is, and then when you say what it is, they just kind of immediately shut down? That's what happened to me today. That's what happened to me today. And they reached out to me, for what it's worth. I didn't go looking, per se, but they reached out to me. Was like, hey, we saw you on, I don't remember what site it was. Some jobs site from like an old resume I had. We're talking years ago. I was like, yeah. So I'll always take a call. You know? I'm always down to chat. And I've always heard the best job opportunities come to you when you're not looking for it. I don't know, that's the case. Alright. Anyway, I said what my expectation was, and she shut down. Like, immediately. Immediately shut down. Oh, chat. We have so much to do. The purpose of Gacha Tuesdays was so that I wouldn't put off doing things like Arena. And Arena Assault. Not Resonant Battles, because I like those. Those are fun. And this, obviously, we have to do daily. Oh, no, it's Chaos Season. I don't have anything built for that. I don't have anything built for that. Do I need more potatoes? Do I need more mushrooms? Mushies? I still have nothing but Rheas in here. I don't even have other Rhea. I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. There we go. Okay, this is cringe. Let's grab Plumeria, who is a bonus. And then I think we grab who's very reliable? Altina's very reliable. What else I have here? Thor's pretty reliable. Naga. Should I just go God mode? Where's my Rhea? I'm using my Rhea. I have Freya nobody. Oh, right, we need the boom. 190. Is 190 good, chat? Fallen Ike is a bonus? Is he really? Oh, from version 4. Oh wait, do I need a version 4 plus Leaf or Plumeria? Is that how it works? I don't remember how either raids works. I genuinely don't know how it works. Fallen Knight kind of goated though. One or the other. Okay. Patrine was version 4 too. Very cool. Oh, Meal is probably pretty useful too. Alright, let's just run this. Wow. What? Oh, probably not Panic Manor, yeah. There we go. Yay! Alright, we got this. We got that. Oh, wow. Is this just a gimme? Not even Fury 3? What's going on here? What's happening here? Alright, so here's what I think we should do.
Yes. Why not?
Should we turn on?
Consider it done.
What's that about Rhea? Alright, so we need a KO with Plumeria.
Close your eyes. Yes.
And I did not think of changing Rhea's
I seek a foe
With utter certainty.
stuff.
Let us proceed. have my trust. Consider it done. Yes.
Who's got low res? Alright, probably Embla. Good to
Let us
know.
proceed.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. I think Julia hurts me.
What is your desire? What shall I do?
Probably a little bit, huh?
With utter certainty.
I seek a foe.
You have my trust.
Cringe.
I'll do it.
Cringe.
Yes. Why not?
Ah! It's very upsetting. Well, actually, maybe I can get the knockout with Gunthra?
Yes. Close your eyes.
Oh, but I don't wanna.
I'll do it. Consider it done.
I was hoping Plumeria could take out the Embla. Oh god.
You have been judged.
Oh god, it's not even fair. The music should not be this upbeat. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. That was devastating. What just happened? That was devastating. Okay. There we go. That's a little more appropriate, at least.
Let us proceed.
We think Rhea handles Julia. It's not even refined. Should we find out?
Yes. Why not?
Let's find out.
Have my trust.
Let's just see what happens. Wow.
Stand before her.
Uh-huh. That's...
Close your eyes.
Oh, well, there you go. That's one way. I guess that's one way. Yikes. Dude. Rhea did everything. That was tight. That was pretty tight. I was a fan of that. Oh, there's no arena assault this week. Yes. I mean, I love arena assault. It's my favorite game mode to play in Fire Emblem Heroes. Just not a big fan. I don't know. It feels so tedious. It feels so tedious. And completely reliant on your rolls, you know? I think I'm gonna build up a Lucia. Lucia?
Queen Alincia was raised right alongside Jeffrey and me. She's like a sister to us.
Jeffrey?
I bear Queen Alincia no grudge for the difficult choice she was forced to make. I can't entrust my duty to anyone else. You're much like me, aren't you? Bastion has a terrible habit of talking so much but saying so little.
Does she not say her name?
Really? Where are your manners?
Well, if you say your name.
No matter how difficult it may be, I will always choose the path that serves Queen Elincia best. I am Lucia, retainer to Queen Elincia of Crimea. Really? Where are your manners?
What is it implying when she says that?
I bear Queen Elincia.
Okay. Alright. Lucy! We can call her Lucy! That works. I'm fine with Lucy. Not a huge fan of the name per se, but I have nothing against it. Oh lord. Wait, what was that for? Oh, I haven't beaten what's her name's map yet. Still need to do that. We're looking for elite, no, Rezzies. My number one spot gone. Tragic. Harmonized. Hello. Hello. That'll work. That'll work. Do a little Cavline shenaniganry. Oh, we got Katria too. Sheesh. That works. That works. This is really the only harmonized I have. Nice. Surely not. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I stand corrected. I think I'd rather have Katria than Sita. I think that's my play. Guess we can do away with the harmonized thing. So now it's just about pure power. Did you guys see this build? Did I show you this build? My man has Vantage Desperation with a 2-turn cooldown Special Spiral 4 build. This is the most godlike thing in terms of skill combination that I think you can come up with. It's just a shame it's on Kid Marth. This is why they'll never give Rapier a fine. We can take that for a spin though. That's probably fine. I feel bad I'm not using any of the cabs with. We can put smite on you. Yay! We'll just smite Marth up into shove him up into the fray. I have repo. That works. That works for me. That works great for me. Yeah, probably swap. Swap makes sense. We'll keep swap on him. Oh god. Ah! No, I need you. I need you. I'm so heartbroken about Nagi. I just wanted her to have a refine. This is, yeah, that's good. That's solid. That's a solid get. Oh wait, what do you have on you? Repo. Okay, that's fine. That's good. That's good. 401. Bro, I've gotten so many copies of Fina. It's upsetting. You have Smite.
This way?
Dude, Martha's taking names, brother. Sheesh.
I bring back. What must I do?
You'll be fine now, don't worry.
Not my first choice.
Eep. Maybe go there. And then we smite next turn to just get past.
I will go.
Ugh, that's probably not great for us,
Yes.
though. Dude. I feel like Naga's just gonna do half the work for us. He got Baizu? Oh yeah, he dropped today, didn't he? Oh shoot. I forgot he dropped today.
To be by his side.
I hope my game updated. I did turn my PS4 on earlier. I have my old PS4 hooked up so I can stream from that, instead of having to run a cable behind me to the PS5. Nice little quality of life adjustment.
Wait for me.
This way?
Should we just see what happens here?
Prepare to be impressed. To be by his side.
How bad can it be? You know? How bad could it be? That's a lot more than I thought it would be.
For Altea!
I shall
Honestly, not terrible. Kind of holding his own. Not like, to be clear.
Not my first choice.
Do I have elixirs? But you have an iceberg, so that's fine. Because you won't double me anyway.
What must I do?
Great question. There's boots. Ugh, of course it's up there.
There is no choice. Wait for me.
Okay,
Prepare to be impressed.
okay.
You can do this.
I'm seeing it align.
Shall do it, father.
I'm seeing it align. The tricky bit. We are going to need
Choice.
a flawless
I must be careful.
refresh. Oh, that doesn't kill.
For Altea!
Chat, we have a problem. Chat, we have a problem. We're about to lose 2 thieves this round. Yikes, that's cringe, huh? That was cringe. Maybe we zoom up and go over? How do we feel about that? How about that as a strategy?
Be mindful.
We can get this knockout. And then I think we get... Oh, yeah, we... Oh, I don't have her trace skill. Pain. Pain! Ugh.
I will go.
To be by his side.
I bring bounty.
Maybe Naga can just do everything. This is going so poorly. Okay. 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 Was hoping to get Welt. Got Bailu? Who's Bailu? I know on the standard banner, the Star Rail characters I'm after were Welt, Himiko, and Bronya. Because I feel like of the three options, those were kind of the strongest possibles. Got Welt on the 50th pull. Which... ugh, cringe. Super cringe. But at least, you know, got someone I was hoping to get. Which his animation's pretty sick. The little girl that heals. I'm also not very far into the game, nor have I done much in terms of looking at what do you call it?
Prepare to be impressed.
That hurts. That actually hurts a bit. Okay, let's try. Yikes. Let's try.
To be impressed.
Yikes. This. Let's also do that. Okay. Okay, that's.
There is no choice.
That seems possible.
Prepare yourself.
I haven't really looked at any of the character trailers they've released either. Okay, we handled that? Like, okay, that did nothing for me. We handled...
Glorious battle awaits. I am defeated.
Dude, Jill, what the heck? Dude, Ilyana! Oh wait, we live.
I shall do it, Father.
Not that it matters, because Naga just got absolutely demolished. But like, good lord. Damn, Jill. Could I have killed her? I don't remember.
Wait for me.
Alright, let's do that.
Prepare to be impressed. Be mindful.
I have a new plan.
Yes. This way? I will go.
That does not involve Marth at all. Poor Marth. He's trying. He tried. He did his best. I love that Halloween dragons keep the hat. I hope that is a long-standing tradition among Halloween units in Fae. That makes me happy. Okay. I will get clobbered on. You don't seem that scary, though.
To be by his side.
You're the best. We bring love.
Got the moonbow. That's big damage. Do we take the Neff, right? Probably.
There is no choice.
There's always a choice.
You can do this.
Such a sick animation, dude. I can't wait for the Celestial Globe refine in like 2038.
Yes. This way?
Oh, if only I had Smite. Oh, if only I had Smite. Oh, if only I had Smite.
I must be careful.
Wait. 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 Let me cook. Let me cook. I think that Marth handles Jill. I just can't get him up there fast enough. My brain hurts.
I will go. I bring bounty.
Ugh. You have the boots that I need, man. They literally place all the good buffs away from you, and you don't even get to use them on the map. They're just taunting you. They're just there, taunting you, doing literally nothing for your life. Oh, hello. I can kill all these. I need those things, and they're so far out of reach.
I must be careful.
Remember when I said this is the most goated combination of skills you could probably have? It's just a shame it's on Kid Marth. Yeah. Yeah.
This way?
Okay. Yeah, we straight up annihilate Jill. Okay, here's my plan. Here's my plan. This is doable with the same group. I'm just making Marth a reposition mule.
I do.
That's all it is. That's all it is. If I give the arcane sword to Marth, then he won't have Vantage, which feels bad.
Not my
Let's do this.
Prepare to be impressed. Be mindful.
I probably could have put Trace on Lind also. Oh well. It's fine.
I bring bounty.
It's fine. Probably should have also put distant counter on her. Awkward. You know what? It's fine. It'll be great, actually. I think that this will turn out favorably for us. That's what I believe. Hoorah!
Wait for me. You're not alone.
By your side.
Dude. Liliana got walloped. Sheesh. We'll just do that.
I will go.
Yeah, you will, buddy. Sure you will, buddy.
There is no choice. You can do this.
So cool.
What must I do?
Okay. So now ouchies.
We'll never forgive you.
I should have saved the elixir. Oh well, I'm at 41 health. That's probably. Yeah. But... Oh wait, actually, yeah. It does make a difference. Yeah. That's hurtful, Mist. That's hurtful. Why would you do that?
By your side.
Moonbode? Okay.
Prepare to be impressed.
Ooh, cringe. Can I now?
To be by his side.
That does nothing.
Wait for me.
What do you have? Damage! That's a good one.
First choice.
Oh, God, but I need that too. Bro. This is dumb.
To be by his side.
2, 3.
There is no choice.
I bring bounty.
Let me cook. Let me cook. We're cooking.
Prepared.
F.
This way?
Oh, oh, that would work. Oh, if I, oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm so stupid. If this was gone, I would be
There is no
fine.
I will go.
Because then I could reposition and then smite and then get that and then hopefully it revitalizes her and then I get that kill and then it's just a matter of time. Don't let the upbeat nature of this song fool you. I'm very annoyed. Okay. I'm annoyed at what has transgressed here.
Wait for me. Prepare to be impressed.
I must be careful. Yes.
I think we can do this.
To be by his side.
This way? I bring bounty.
We elixir. We special.
Not my first choice.
Prepare to be impressed. To be by his side.
That's really all it took? Seriously?
What must I do?
Ugh.
I will go.
Sometimes you just try hard for no reason. I will leave. I didn't. Ugh.
Yes.
Again, all the cool buffs left unused. Hello, Sylph. Happy Tuesday. Ugh, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed it took me that long to realize. Now I feel stupid. All right, let's just fuss with Arena. I think we can grab Tiki. Feel like that's a pretty easy pickup here. And then we're probably looking at water. Duos and legendaries. So Dimitri, Violet, and probably you. I could have a +6, I guess. But it's still not more than a +7. Okay. Everybody have something. Teakster. You can grab that. You, Lind, or Lynn, Lynn. You can have. What can you have? What would you like? What would you like? Death blow. Sure. That seems swell. Oh, we should look at harmonized heroes too, shouldn't we? Maybe? Eh, probably not. Probably still not as good, huh? Score-wise. Alright. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Let's see what we got. 768? That seems like enough to get me into 21.
I love you all. This way?
One would assume. Wee.
At your command.
Okay. Whoa.
Yes.
Calm down, brother.
Listen to the waves.
Sheesh. It's not that serious.
Not so loud.
As ordained.
I'll comply.
I'm okay.
Your orders.
Nice job, Dimitri. Rushing it.
This way?
Oh, Famortis.
Let's enjoy ourselves.
At your command.
Listen to the waves.
I'm okay.
Famortis, I think, was a mistake. I'll say it. I'll be brave.
Let's enjoy ourselves.
I'll be a big brave bear and say it.
I love you all.
Shouldn't have happened.
Not so loud.
Shouldn't be a thing that exists, man. Why are we doing this to
I'll
ourselves?
comply.
This way? I'm
This to ourselves. Every day just to suffer.
To the waves.
At your command.
Doing this. No, what are you doing? Why are you going to the right? What are you doing?
loud.
Okay. Not on a tile. Big mistake. Huge.
Let's enjoy ourselves.
Oh my god. How do you kill that thing? Why? Ah. Do not be 10 merge. Oh my god. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate that thing a lot.
Listen to the waves.
I do nothing.
As ordained.
I do nothing.
Your orders.
Maybe I can bait Tiki far left.
Let's enjoy ourselves.
Still does
I'll
nothing.
comply.
I'm okay. This way?
Yes.
I love you all.
I need to get you off the tile. Just straight down.
I'll comply.
Tiki! I campaign for you!
Not so loud.
Why are you doing this to me?
Your orders.
She's gonna be right here, isn't she? Do we think Tiki lives?
At your command.
Like, straight up. Do we think Tiki lives? Okay, that works. Hooray! Oh god. Okay, now the slightly bigger problem.
Yes.
Hey Dimitri, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, buddy?
I'll comply.
Okay. Alright, well that's a little bit promising. I guess. We can, here, we can do
Your orders.
Let's enjoy ourselves.
Okay.
Yes.
Not so loud.
Okay.
At your command.
I had very little faith in Dimitri right there. But sheesh. What just happened? Well, I buffed him with desperation. And then he procced a Vital Astra immediately after getting attack defense rallied by Tiki. And then he also had finish and stuff. So it was just good. It was good things. It was just good things in combination with a massive defensive tile. You know, the way winners play. Okay. Okay. Don't love that. Not in love with that. Also, don't love that. Of course. I would expect nothing less. Okay.
Not so loud.
Listen to the waves.
Your orders.
Do we think my Dimitri wins?
I love you all.
I'll comply.
Probably not against that Sylvain, huh?
As ordained.
I guess we can just wait.
Not so loud.
Listen to the waves.
Ooh! Yeah, that hurt. That hurt my heart a little bit.
Let's enjoy ourselves.
At your command. This way?
Okay, that works.
Not so loud. This way?
I think we're allowed to lose one unit.
As ordained.
The problem is I now have to deal with that.
At your command.
And I'm not sure how to do it. Oh. Never mind. We still got our bonus. Dude, that's so broken. That's so broken. It's so free. That is so free. Wait, I'm not using Ray? Oh my god. Oh my god. Sacrilege. Hold on. Hold on. Oh wait, but my score will go down. My score will go down. Hold on. Maybe we don't need one. Give me Rhea. Give me Rhea. Give me Rhea. She's here. She's somewhere. I can feel it. There she is. This is why I have a bunch of blessings right here. For this very moment. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that feels good. 768? 772. That's so much higher. I'm a fool. I should have been using Ray all along. What a dummy I am. I did 20 pulls on the Ganyu banner trying to get Kava. If you mean Ganyu. But I literally just got Nilu. Margaret, this doesn't seem like a problem to me. This all seems like good things. Especially if you didn't have Ganyu before. She's kind of like insane.
Your orders.
Yes.
Or even with a constellation. Still insane.
I'm okay.
Oh god, there's Azura.
Listen to the waves.
This
Let us proceed.
will be fine.
Yes.
As ordained.
I love you all.
I do not want Tiki to proc. What just happened? What just happened? Hold on. What just happened? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You have got to... That Azura combo? Bro.
What shall I do?
I'm gonna enjoy this. It's a little cinematic enjoyment. Oops. Yes, sir.
Let's enjoy ourselves.
That does not bode well for us.
I'll comply.
Crimson Flower, anyone?
As ordained. Know your place.
It's fine. She'll be healed. It's okay. Oh, you don't have enough resin? Really? I have like almost 100 fragile resin. Is that just a me thing? Does everyone not have that much like backlogged resin? I've been saving a bunch of resin for Fontaine. Because I'm going to do that thing where I marathon it. And then immediately get bored after a week. The true Genshin player life cycle. I think we live. That's a cool attack.
Stand before her.
Ganyu is low on your priority. Ganyu is low priority? That's crazy. Ganyu is busted. Okay. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I wish dude, I should try and get
Yes.
rank 1 in tier 20 this week.
Listen to the waves.
Yes.
I've only ever done that once. How bad do we think it would be? I mean, how bad do you think it could be? Like, how bad could it be really? You know what I mean? How bad could it be? I'm on a defense tile. You know? How bad could it be? Oops! Scowl!
You have been judged.
Get dunked on, Dimitri. You and your stupid Vital Astra thing, I'm assuming. What does he have? Vital Astra. I understand. I run it on him. Now, see, if you guys remember, Phaeology put out a tier list recently covering a wide array of Omni tanks, and I watched it because I saw Rhea in one of the graphics, and I just wanted to hear, because initially Joel said Rhea would be a little bit like, right? But then this is true, I have a DM from him saying something to the effect of, I was wrong, Rhea is incredible. And that's why I'm like, hell yeah, brother. That's right. That's right. And now to find out in the tier list, spoilers, I think she's like 3rd overall, but she misses some kills. Rhea doesn't miss kills. She's forcing you to repent. And if you don't repent, she does this on player face. So a minor misinterpretation of intent here.
As ordained. Let's enjoy ourselves.
I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of that Selkie though. Her res kinda nuts. Dude, that's wild. It's wild that they gave her that refine. I'm gonna have to send Dimitri in at some point. We'll see. I do not want Tiki to proc, so I'm just gonna... Tiki can just chill. Just chill down there, Tiki. I mean, it's insane. It's insane.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Big ol' ether juice.
Proceed. Know your place.
Indeed. Yeah, she's giving a chance to repent. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Ooh, this hurts. This hurts a little bit. My heart. My soul. Ouchies. Alright, well that.
Yes.
Oh no.
Listen to the waves.
Oh no, I just realized what was about to happen.
Yes, I'll comply.
Oh no.
Your orders.
Let's enjoy
What
ourselves.
shall I do?
Oh, that sucks. Have I seen Legendary Shez yet? No, I haven't. Which I'm kind of surprised by. Because she is... Earth? Oh my god. Bro, that did nothing.
As ordained. Yes. Listen to the waves.
We can do that.
Let us proceed. In the name of the goddess.
Toads.
Let's sing a merry tune.
Like 5. 2. Okay. Oh, she's fire? Oh.
Ordained.
Well, that's why we haven't run into one.
Such is our devotion.
I'm like 99% sure it's water and earth season right now. Margaret, what do you have on your item? That's my question to you. Imagine I just reset it right now. Imagine. Ooh. This'll be good. This'll be good. This'll be good. Who's gonna win? Do I risk it? I'll do it. I'm crazy.
What shall I do?
Wait, do I have follow-up? Either makes a guaranteed follow-up. Oh. Wait. Does Windsweep not affect Dragon? Is that water? Am I thinking of water sweep? Hold on, am I tripping? That one has Dragon, right? Magic Staff or Dragonstone. Yeah. Okay. So it's just physical on Windsweep. That's right. You guys are making me want to bait the Deirdre now. Like, you guys are making me want to do that. I hope that you acknowledge this. By telling me to be weary, you're asking me to be stupid. Okay. All right. Fair.
Yes.
That's fair.
I'll comply.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Sheesh.
Enjoy ourselves.
Maybe Dimitri will handle her instead. All right, if we get through without any deaths, if I can sack somebody, I will try to pit Rhea against the Deirdre. I think I'm okay here, right?
Yes.
We'll just do that.
Your orders.
Listen to the waves. What shall I do?
Dude, I want to so bad. I want to so bad.
I'll comply.
I want to do it so bad, Chad. I am so tempted. I am so tempted to be so unbelievably stupid right now.
Let us proceed.
How bad could it be? Hold on. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. How bad could it be? How bad could it be? Her res is 55. Mine is 63. Mine is 63. That's it's still pretty. There's a gap. There's a gap there. Right? I don't think she'll proc that. Because of Scowl. I hope. We get a -6, which would bump us down to 57. Okay, we're getting closer. Oh. Tempo would
What shall I do?
negate Scowl. Yeah, I think I die. Yeah, I think I die on the on that one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think I die on that one. Let's find out though. Let's find out though. Let's just see. You know what I mean? I think I should heal up completely. And I do. Okay. Huh.
As ordained.
Now, to be clear,
Yes.
I don't think I kill. I'm like pretty sure I don't kill. But do I live? Bro. Bro. We took a hit. That was pretty sick.
Light, please.
Deirdre's actually like a perfect counter to Rhea.
How can this be?
She's like legitimately a perfect counter,
Let's enjoy ourselves.
which is kind of nutty.
Your orders.
Okay, so you're gonna come down here and then get danced and then go boop boop. And so you'll be able to hit
Yes.
okay. So I think that's fine. Boop boop boop. Okay.
I'll comply.
Nice.
Don't let them retreat.
Never. That's what you get, Deirdre.
Listen to the waves.
Alright, and then Tiki's thing should pop here, right? Yeah.
I love you all.
Yeah. See, it's okay. It's okay. I think because tempo is in Deirdre's base kit, right? I think it is. Hold on. I have one. We can just look. Ooh, gotcha balls. I have a Deirdre. We can just look. We don't have to wonder. We can just look. Yeah, so this is her base kit. Which I think is what that Deirdre had. Now, granted, she was like crazy tricked out, floretted, trait fruited, plus 10, all that stuff, right? But I have to believe that like a base kit unmerged Deirdre still takes out the new Rhea. Like pretty confidently. Like pretty confidently. Because my Rhea is probably one of the more souped up ones that you could potentially see. Oh, actually, you know what? Without the flowers and the merges, you might not be able to get the damage boost from the res difference. That is a difference. I don't know how big of a difference, but it is a difference. But if you were to compare just an unmerged, fairly invested base Rhea against a base kit unmerged Legendary Deirdre, I think Legendary Deirdre probably has the edge. That would be my guess. Depending on what boons and stuff were, obviously. But... oh, I didn't actually look to see what my score was. 19? Alright. If I go back and play, I can definitely hit first. Because I think we played 2 or 3 rounds without Rhea. Which is sad. Alright, so what I did on this banner chat... wait, why is that still showing? Why is that still showing? I turned you off, Stream Elements. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do not believe Stream Elements. It is a lie. You cannot submit at the moment. Do not believe it. It's a lie. A timer? Yeah, unit review. I turned it off. That's weird. Alright, well, we'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, what I wanted to say is I got a second Ganglope. I sparked a Ganglope. And so now I can give Quick Repose 4 to cool stuff even more. It will be cool times. I'm excited about it. Let's see. Oh, we wanted to summon, right? Yeah. All right, let's find out. We go blue. If we got blue, and boy, we got blue. Let's go blue. Hoping for Brave Lucina merge. A Nephany. Wait. This could be 10. This could be a 10. Ooh, plus stack. It's pretty high. Unless I already have her at 10. I may already have her at 10. I've gotten her a couple times off of that banner. Because I think I have pulled like 80% of the time for blue. Oh, no, she's plus 9. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, that's so hype. That's so pog. Okay, I'm loving that. I love that. Do you know why, chat? Do you know why this is sick? Because when Neff inevitably gets a Resplendent, we have plus 10. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Also, I should give her, like, something else. I should give her, like, an actual weapon. Her refine kind of bad. Let me see. I guess I'm not technically building you anymore, am I? Yeah, I think I want to give Obro Quick Repose 4, which may seem like a waste. It probably is, but all right, very cool. That was sick, actually. That was super hype. Oh, other blue favorables is what I was gonna, you know, other blue favorables. So there's stuff like Neff, Azura, Tana, Hinoka, Tsubasa. All very close to getting like plus 10s on. There's always Brave Hector for the second Brave Hector. That will exclusively be used in Pawns of Loki. I think Tsubasa's at 9. Yeah. So I got Tsubasa, Hinoka, Tana, Azura, and now Nef all at plus 9. Are you at plus 9? Oh, and Ninian. There you go. That's why we pull blue. That's why we pull blue. Because occasionally we get an Ephraim. Okay? But then also there are times where like we get a Tsubasa, and that's pretty pog. What's my... Oh, that's... Yeah, that's... We don't talk about her. We don't talk about her. I've not tried to summon a Resplendent Ishtar ever since the day that we're not going to talk about. Oh, I got Ishtar at level... Or at plus 10 recently, too. Which was pretty cool. I should give her something better. I'm kind of waiting for like a juiced up solo type of skill. I don't know what that would be though. Anyway. Point is, blue is goated. Happy to pull blue whenever I can. You have Memori at plus 6 and never actually tried. Yeah. There's a couple like that I have too. It's kind of wild. It's like you have insane luck, but also it's not the kind that you want. That's typically how I feel. Occasionally the stars align and I get lucky along with objective. But not frequently does that happen. All right. I think that's as much time as we can spend on Faye. I think we pivot into Genshin. I think we pivot into Genshin and then Star Rail. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? Because Star Rail, I might spend probably 45 minutes. Genshin, I think we can probably tackle in like 20 minutes, half an hour. I don't think we're gonna. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Actually, let's pivot to Star Rail, because I forgot to tell you guys, we actually have Genshin content to do. I have not started the Sumeru event. Like at all. And I do need to do that. So I think despite Himiko being in the thumbnail, the least amount of time that we will be able to spend on this Gacha Tuesday, which typically will start at 7 p.m. Eastern instead of 8 p.m., but I had a thing earlier. We will likely be not spending as much time with Honkai Star Rail, but that doesn't mean that we can't stream it for a little bit later this week. So maybe that's okay. Maybe that's all right. There's no other way to just to rip off that band-aid. Honkai. Honkai, I think we can just do a daily and knock out our dailies. I haven't actually progressed in the story at all. So there is that. We want to launch. Yeah, the last Star Rail stream I did was basically just starting World 1. which I didn't know at the time is what that would be. But that's what it ended up being. Boop. There we go. Beautiful. Wow. So pretty. I give it up to Hoyoverse. When they try, man. It's a pretty beautiful thing. Oh shoot. I gotta switch categories. Now if you guys don't know what Honkai Star Rail is, imagine Fire Emblem Three Houses had a baby with Genshin Impact, and they took that baby and sent it to space. And then that baby lived out its life in space. And then wrote an epic biography that then a video game was based on. That's what this is. That's as accurate as I can make it. Oh shoot. Oh yes. Alright, we gotta switch some stuff over. There we go. We'll swap Honkai Star Rail. The one thing that keeps tripping me up is that I want to jump in this game and I can't. And that's weird. I want to be able to jump and I can't. I can't jump. But I feel like I should be able to jump and I just can't. Very odd. Oh! And like I said, we did... I think we can do a 10 pull now. I may actually... I know I said I wasn't going to spend a dime. I may actually get the battle pass for this. I think Hoyoverse has earned my trust in that they are worthy of at least battle spot dollars. Or battle pass dollars. We have March 7th. Emotes now? Oh, baller. That's right. Be nice. Be nice, get Stellar Jade. That's how you roll. That's how you do it. Am I manipulating the situation to get rewards? Yes, I am. 100% I am. Regret nothing. We have assignments. Cool, we can claim that. Love it. So that was 20 hours. Okay. Okay. I don't know what this does. I'm gonna be honest. But I just alternate what I get. Nameless Honor. What's this? That's the battle pass. Nice. Free things. We love free things. It is 100% the same UI, Margaret, by the way. So much, in fact, that my generic Stadia controller has the same button mappings for Genshin on PS5. Like, the defaults are identical. It's pretty wild. There we go. Getting free stuff. We may do a separate Honkai stream later this week. Because there's a lot to do yet. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to accomplish here? Dailies. And by daily, I mean a single daily.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Stellar Jade equals Fey Orbs. Kind of. Basically. Yeah, kind of. Yo, what's up, Knight? What up, gamer? And my daily is here. This is super awkward because in the story, I'm like on the lam. I should definitely not be in this city right now. But that's cool. I do apologize. I have a tendency of just absolutely skipping through dailies. Like consistently. I'm a terrible person. I do like it when things are voiced out and I can just listen to stuff. But I feel like my brain is going too fast literally any other time. Oh, I could do that. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Yay! I am always on the side of doing cooperative things. Very seldom. There we go. Okay. There's no exploring? Oh, there's exploring. It's not... Think of it like... What would this be? What would this be? It's... The worlds are set up very similar to the way Kingdom Hearts progression is. So, like, if you will... This is Traverse Town. Does anybody understand the Kingdom Hearts references I'm making right now? Does anybody get that? I wanna... Oh, man, dude. The garbage cans are insane in this game.
So, this friend of mine...
That's Molly. That's someone. Oh, you have... Oh, I thought I could talk. I got another letter. 3? Oh, 2. I'm also I'm stealing mail, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. Like everywhere. But I now have 1, 2, and 3. Which I think means I'm ramping up to something. Hello. You were busy. That's what I heard. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm like lost in my mouse. I can't go back and chat. Yeah, Honkai takes a lot less time. There's like 1 daily mission, which is what I'm doing now. Oh. Maybe I'm supposed to take the letters to her. But I don't think that's why I'm here. I think I'm here for the daily mission, right? Which are there more of? Prime, natural? Natural. Oh. Wait. 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 Am I dumb? Free paper. That's fun. Am I dumb? Prime numbers can only be divided by themselves in one, right?
So this friend of mine.
They're natural numbers. What the hell are natural numbers? Isn't every number a natural number? I'm so confused. Am I dumb? I feel so dumb right now. Hey, dude. About the thesis. About the thesis. Natural numbers are all positive? So then there are definitely more natural numbers, right? Prime numbers are natural numbers. Wait, that was an option? I didn't read all the options. I can tell that that book is glowing, which means I can pick it up and take it for myself. I did, and the same. Wait. Oh, that's what it... Oh, God. Oh, wait. Wait. Okay, it's too hard to think. Tuesday night. This is too hard to think. But they're not the same. The number of them is not the same. Right? There are fewer prime numbers than natural numbers. Is that not what it was asking? Oh, can I? Nice. Yo, what up, Conrad? I do have a welt. That's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He was one of the three. Probably top two.
Come around and have a look.
Shouting at me. Hello. Ooh, I can collect something? Oh, okay. Sure. I'm ready. I'm pretty sure that opens up the Liar's Quest, so I will have to remember that. Prime numbers are natural numbers. Which are there more of? There's the same number? Prime numbers seem like they'd be a subsect of natural numbers, no? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Am I insane? Trash can. I love trash cans. I can confidently say trash cans are one of, if not the greatest part of Honkai Star Rail. I'm not going to elaborate any further on that. If you know, you know. That's all I wish to say about it. Ugh. Himiko seems great. I low-key... Ooh, paper. I low-key wanted Himiko the most. Mainly because I feel like her effect of being able... Her effect of being able to, like, get an attack once the enemy's been broken so many times. What am I doing? This is the greatest... This is the best part about a new game. You just kind of stumble into things for the first time. You don't know what's going to happen. Like in the stream when we sat on that toilet and ended up like dead or something. I'm not making any of these things up, by the way. For those of you who have no idea what's going on, all of these things have happened. Rightful Right Society? I'd like to know more. Uh-huh. I feel like I'm stepping in something right now. I feel like I'm about to step in something. Supreme Guardian. Isn't that Bronian? I was gonna play Honkai during my lunch breaks. And then I honestly felt bad for continuing the story without chat. Because there were some invested people. Yes. Yes. Ash looks different. Someone else said he looked like Ash too. And it's very true. He does have like an Ash appearance. He do be looking like Ash. Three Hopes. Three Hopes? No. Maybe just time skip. But yeah, that was like one of the first thing someone in chat said on... When did we play this? Saturday? I think it was Saturday. I didn't realize. Let's see. What can we knock out briefly here? That's the main story where we're still underground. Maybe we can knock these guys out quick. If I can avoid getting distracted. I probably won't avoid getting distracted. That's a losing battle for me. I know my my limitations here. The surveillance, oh god. Oh, I stopped this halfway through. I don't remember what we were looking at. I think we came from storage. Locked in, baby. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. I'm glad. Oh, there's a second page? Oh. Oh, okay, I found it. Yeah. Oh, never mind. Now we're All right, we got a little battle. So, well, I'm a little over level. Okay. I'm willing to waste Welt's ult because it's that sick. And I think you guys should see it. Okay? I'm gonna do that for us right now. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. It's maybe not as cool as Himiko, but
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other
Anime
choice.
Kane hit. And then he inflicts gravity. Bro. Hell yeah.
Gotta try hard sometimes.
I'm actually just gonna
Check out this awesome move.
speed through this real quick. No reason not to.
I won't go easy on you.
There we go.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Yay! Stuff. Can I go in here yet? What's in there? Oh, this is where you have to. Yeah. Okay. Well, we won't fuss with that right now. What is in here? Okay. I still have no idea where I'm going. I still have very little idea of where I'm going. It is turn-based, yeah. But the cool thing is, you can pop your ult at any time. So you have like quick events or something like that. Who do I need to talk to? I need to talk to you. Who do I need to talk to? Help me. Help me. Who do? Oh, probably you. I talk to you. I feel like you are not who I need to talk to. Like, maybe not. Identify the mastermind. Oh, this guy. Oh, I fixed the machine all right. Everything's fine. Don't worry, guys. All right, later, Gray. Gravitational collapse. Wow. Okay. The velocity of our time is different from hers. There's a lot of lore that I'm missing. When in doubt, just go to Ashikai's channel. She's doing a great job, you know. When in doubt, watch an Ashikai video. And then everything will be right with the world. I think you should always be open and transparent with people. So, like, you know, tell people. Tell them. Classic old guy. Just out here. Talking. I tell you what, when I worked at a museum, I ran into people who just love to tell stories. Oh, there we go. Same floor. Yo, Conrad Oblivion. Do either of you guys have the battle pass? Wait, Conrad, you have the battle pass, right? Hello, Rocky. Is it worth? That's the question. Because I am willing to go battle pass. Do we go red? Or do we go blue? I think we tell him. Truth is always correct, right? You should always tell the truth, right? Okay. This seems fine. Maybe the choice didn't matter. I feel like I'm ruining this dude's life. If this dude goes into deep space, he's definitely dead. Oh. 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 Oh, he left. Oh. I think we may have accidentally just gotten somebody, like, killed a little bit. That probably doesn't end up bad for us. It's probably fine. That's probably fine. That's probably fine. What else? What else do we have? We have another one of these guys we can tie up here. Oh, you know what we should do? Not you. You. Use consumable. We have a juicy 200. To be a total of 20 enemies. One stage in simulated universe. Oh, we can do this. We can do this. Yeah, I can't unlock that yet. What do we want? could take a seal. Seal. Not sure if it's worth yet. I feel like it will probably be worth, but I don't know enough to comprehend yet. These are all level 30. Level 20 is probably fine, right? Let's see to seal it, because I don't... I genuinely feel like we're not going to get her. I'm also not really trying to get her, so like I'm not upset if I don't type of situation. Let's see.
Leave the rest to me.
Hell yeah.
I won't go easy on you.
You have the worst luck running into me.
Oh, I absolutely missed the target there. I think once we get Seal's
What a headache.
proc up, we should be good.
Let me end your misery.
That was tight.
Stand down.
That was pretty tight.
My turn. Watch this.
This is our chance.
Don't mess with me.
Let's go.
I'll free you from your chains.
Pog.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Let me end your misery.
Love that.
Calm your body and mind.
You have the worst luck running into me.
This is our chance.
Batter up.
I'm fine.
I know you're
Let me
fine,
end
Will.
your misery.
I know, man. That's wild. Whew. A lot of these things. Let's go here.
I'll free you from your chains.
Probably there.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh, you sent a friend request? Okay, cool. I'll check it out. I keep forgetting to grab my friend code for people that I know. But yes, I will gladly use Himiko.
I won't go easy on you.
Have fun editing.
Watch this.
Bob.
This is our chance.
Is it? Are we sure?
How about this? Just a scratch.
What a headache.
You can still walk away. Stand down.
Love that.
Leave the rest to me.
I mean, do we just go for
You
it?
know nothing of the weight behind. Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed.
I think we just go for
There
it.
is no other choice. Calm your body and mind.
I'm growing impatient, which is not what you want to do, probably.
This is our chance.
Don't mess. Let me end your misery. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Surely we get the knockout, right?
Let me end your misery.
Of course.
What a headache. Let me end your misery.
Uh-huh. If we were just a teensy bit more leveled, we'd probably be able to do some crazy stuff with her right now.
My turn. Watch this.
Let's make it quick. What about this?
How she's?
Don't mess with me.
Let's go
Who's next?
there.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I'm also fairly confident you don't need
Let me end your misery.
constellations in Honkai. Ooh. That was cringe.
Calm your body and mind.
Just missed it.
This is our chance.
I'm fine.
What a headache.
Oh, that was literally it? Alright, fair enough.
Keep at it. Keep at it.
So I think that lets us clear dailies. Yes. Yes. We love that. Oh god. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. This I feel like is pretty achievable. I haven't actually seen how long the pass is. 50. Okay. You know, the battle pass is probably worth. I'll probably grab that at some point. Let's go here. Sup, bro? Got rewards for me, sir? Yeah, you do. Sheesh. Oh, we're about to get artifacts. Interesting. It looks like armor. Well, that means probably has some kind of implication somewhere along the road. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. That's tight. Level 50. Oh my god. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassing. A little level 19 Andy over here. Embarrassing. Let's see. So I initially said I wasn't gonna use any of my tickets. That was a lie. That was a lie. Straight up. Just a lie. I was just lying. Schemazing. I think it's probably worth. Let's roll. Let's roll. Something good. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for something good. We already know I'm never getting 5 stars. So that should not be too surprising to anybody. But good 4 stars. Potentially. That's nice. I'll take that. I'll take that. Because I think we're getting her for free too. At some point. And I actually got her off of that banner already. So I think that means now we're, even if we don't pull on that banner again, we're guaranteed to get E2 on her. Which is nice. After being attacked, if the current HP percentage is 30% or lower, heals self for 1 time to restore HP by an amount equal to 15% of max HP plus 400. Once per battle. It's kind of hype. When Natasha uses her ultimate, grants continuous healing for 1 turn. Allies whose HP is at 30% or lower. And at the beginning of their turn, their HP is restored by an amount equal to 6% of Natasha's HP plus 160. Okay. I can live with that. Hey. I'm down. I'm down. I hope none of these are like super bad, right? Like C6ing a Bennett. I feel like it's not ideal. Oh, I can do this. What does that do? Max HP. Oh, sheesh. Okay, so traces I need to level up because I haven't done that yet. But I think, would that like unlock at level 15 or something? I don't know. Point is, I don't know much. I don't know much about what's happening in this game. But the effects are super hype. And the character designs are pretty goated. And so far, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. We'll probably do a little bit of stramming of this later. This week. If I can contain myself. But oh, I was gonna get my friend code. Shoot, wait, where is my? All right, I'll no, well. Okay, fair enough. I guess I'll grab it later. So I'll grab it later. I'll grab it later, he said, hoping he remembers to do it for 5th time. God. Okay. All right. So that leaves Genshin, which kind of have the most to do in Genshin, which is surprising, but mainly because I intentionally held off on doing stuff in Genshin. So maybe that's fine. But for what it's worth, the writing and everything in Honkai Star Rail is absolutely worth your time. If you just want, I dare say you could do Honkai Star Rail relatively passively. Like, I don't feel overwhelmed to like go and grind really heavy in it. Let's see. Pop over to Genshin. Bada bing. I probably should have put Baizu in the thumbnail, huh? That would have been smart. That would have been smart if I had thought of that. But I didn't. Here we are. Okay, let's pop you out. Swap you over. I think once I get these guys set up correctly, I will inevitably do like a room tour. I've never actually done a room tour in here. Not you. You. I need you. And hopefully this works. And hopefully it doesn't freak out. Fingers crossed. Wait. Come to me. Hey, that works. That works, baby. All right, I have not logged in today, by the way. So there is a fair amount of stuff I gotta do yet. Yeah, we gotta do Omega. Oh shoot, we have Omega Strikers and hero reviews and Splatfest all this week. Oh no, what is this? Terms update. What's that? What do I have to do? Oh, just agree. I guess it has been a minute since I played this on my PS4 Pro. I guess it has been a minute. That's fair. I don't remember the last time we booted this thing up. I'm curious to see if the graphics feel that different though. I mean, granted, I am normally on that television, so it's a much more immersive experience than with my probably at this point very old monitors. Wow. I'm throttled tonight, gamers. It occurs to me too the volume might be off. Should probably watch that. Maybe. Maybe. Hello? There we go. Okay, now we're jumping. I was a little worried for a minute there. Hey, finally. Finally, dude. Oh, God. Are you kidding me right now? Alright, note to self. Probably should have launched this pre-stream. Didn't quite think about it. Was mostly concerned about just getting my PlayStation updated. I had to actually use identity or two-factor authentication to update my PS4, which was that was an experience. This is so bright, dude. Good lord. It's incredibly bright. Dude, I can't wait for Fontaine. Oh. I'm so excited for Fontaine. I'm very excited to find out if Mona is from Fontaine, because I'm like 90% confident she is. And there may or may not be lore to back that up already that I'm just not aware of. But yeah. Hey, there we go. We're loading, I think. This seems like where I left off. We are playing on the potato. Can I... we making it? Wow. Okay. So we're just slow to load. I think that's what we're learning here. I have been... actually, no, we're on a land connection. Huh. Involves someone in other quests. Please check the details. But it's daily. Oh, opening festivities. Well. Wow. Okay. That it? No. Okay. No, there's more. There's more. Okay. 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 Fair enough. You can unlock Baizu. We can claim our keys. How many of these are there? Dude, when is the last time I used this place? Oh, God. Quicksand Treasure Hunter. Oh, God, it's literally all of them, isn't it? Oh, it's literally all of them. Oh, my God, it's literally all of them. Y'all. I can't right now. The whole stream is just gonna be these little notifications popping off. Ah, there's so many. Is it over? I think it might be over. Okay, I think it's over. Oh God, but everything is... oh, everything is new. Right where I left off, though. Incomplete story quest. Oh, that's the new one we just got. Okay. I'm with it. I'm aware. I know what's happening now. It just took me a minute. It just took me a minute, gamers. I'm fine. I have also, in my spare time, been leveling up Traveler in all of his forms. For fun. Wow, the lag on this is insane, dude. Wow, the lag on this is insane. Holy Moses.
Stay close and you will live.
I think I need to... I have it on PC. And I have a Hoyoverse account now from Star Rail. But... it has been... God, I've done most of these things. Oh, just kidding. These are really all new, aren't they? Oh, those are done. Yeah, those are done. I can't get it to launch on PC. I don't know what the issue is. Like, I genuinely don't. Like, it can't load assets upon download or something. It's super bizarre. What are we looking on here? 59? I guess I can just set that. You know what? Let's try and get a Kava. Let's try. Kava. I'm invested enough to do 110 pull to see if we get him. Beyond that, hey, look at that! That was easy. Why don't people play this game more like me? I understand. I don't get it, man. Alright. Alright, new character hits the fray. Let's go. That was easy. We need to book it to... Oh, actually, you know what we need to do? We do be needing to go here. We got some of these guys we can use up. These load times are tough, bro. I wonder if I'll still be able to get my clear as fast as I normally can with the lag. It's very much like a potato. Wow. That's insane. May have to rethink the PS4 situation. Or put it on Wi-Fi, maybe? I don't know. I would think a LAN connection would be better, but mayhaps I am mistaken. I could be the problem.
There is no escape.
Oh, the lag is so bad, dude. Lag is so gnarly. Ah, the lag on this is nasty, bro. Wow. Okay. I mean, we're getting there.
No touching.
We're suffering through it.
Game's up. Time's over. Busted. Gotcha.
And now I've fallen down. And I can't get up. Oh, God. Okay. Wow. This is raunchy. This is raunchy. I didn't think the connection would be this bad. We may have to rethink this, guys. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Ooh, that's not... Oh. It's a Dendro bonus, so... That's worth something, right? Probably. Oh my god, this is painful. Gotcha Tuesdays. Rough living right now. Maybe it was always this slow and I just didn't realize. I have had a PS5 for like a year now. Wow. So we'll go here. Oof. Y'all, this is rough. I'm so sorry. So sorry. This is rough. Maybe the enemies won't load. That'd be kind of tight. There is definitely noticeable lag on here. Not just the load, but... Oh. Come on. Come on. I feel bad because I've been teasing people with Genshin streams. And being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stream it at some point when I have content. And I finally have content.
Illusion shattered. Everybody stand.
And the experience is so bad.
Fire hazard. Ha! A festive reprise.
Oof. Wait, where is it? Oh god. Oh no. Oh god, the loads are working against me. I mean, they're always kind of working against you, right? Ah, missed it. There's occasionally times where you can ult out and like frame out. You can also skip this entire phase if you hit the right damage barrier. But I've only ever done it like maybe twice. It's a bit touchy. It's hard to get a good timer on. Come on. You can do it. Yay. Oh god. Maybe we get through the story enough to be able to do our daily. How long does this event run? How long do we have on this? I could put it off until later, till I have a better solution figured out. Maybe I just don't stream Genshin until I have it on PC. Maybe I make that a priority. Because this is rough. I didn't think it would be this lag-tastic. But it definitely is. Oh, rude. Incredibly rude.
This realm is
Wood? That's what's exciting? That's what you have for me? You have wood? Oh, okay.
if you ever have it.
Alright. I'm willing to try a couple dailies, but I'm gonna keep it a buck, y'all. If this is lagging this bad, we may just cut prematurely here. Because it's a rough world we're living in right now. Oof. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to rethink this. Serena teapot lag is real, bro. Sometimes I say sentences and think, do uninitiated, like, normies in the real world, like non-gamer types, does what I say make sense? I have to assume it does not. That was a rock. I was looking at a rock. It's good to know.
There is no escape. Transfiguration. Engaging. Crush.
I don't think Eula gets a rerun.
Beg for mercy.
I hope she shows up in the summer event. I want to hang out with Eula. She just needs a friend, you know?
Speed.
Wow. Okay. Okay. The Primagem load is what did us in there, eh? Maybe I'll save Baizu's quest. Maybe we'll do 3 streams this week. Maybe we'll do Genshin Honkai on Friday. And then Splatoon and hero reviews on Saturday. Maybe that's what we'll do. Oh, did I go too far? Wait, what's happening? Wait, what? Oh, I did go too far. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. It's literally right here. Oh, this should be a riot. Please load. Please load. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. This is playing Genshin Impact on the hard mode. When you have a subpar load connection experience. Dude, am I crazy? Am I... Oh, bro, come on. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Oh my god. That was way harder than it should have been. That was so much harder than it should have been. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is nigh unplayable. Well, that's not fair. It's definitely playable. Is it a good experience? Probably not. No. I wouldn't see this as being a good experience overall. But yeah, we may call it after this, y'all. That's rough living. That's rough living right there. I will check out the Sumeru event enough to get into it. But I feel like in order to do the daily, I'm probably gonna have to get through most of the dialogue to unlock somebody who's currently stuck. So it's probably just minigame clears, which I guess is fine. Maybe I'll just save Baizu's story quest. We can do that on stream or something. I feel bad. I feel bad because I promised Genshin content. And then the delivery of it is this. And it feels bad. But at the same time, I'd rather not do something this grainy. You know what I mean? Always grab these. Always grab these.
Time to scout.
Okay. Alright. In the interest of time. I think all the other world bosses I've hit so far. So it's really just 40 resin that we have, and it's gonna be a nightmare. So I think we'll just wrap it here. Overall, I think Gacha Tuesdays work. I just need to start them at 7. So that I can end by 11. And it's just 4 hours worth of stuff that we can do. But this is painfully slow. Painfully slow. Let's see. We'll pop it there. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I know we pretty much just have lurkers in the stream at this point, which is fine. But I hope you enjoyed listening to my voice at least. If you were tabbed out, not paying attention to the screen, that's okay, because it was not brutal, but maybe just like a step or two below brutal. No. Yikes. But I think I'm gonna try and get this on PC to finally work so that we can just, and we don't have to like swap inputs and things like that we have to deal with for Faye. A whole mess. We'll get it working better. Hopefully it will not be as nightmarish graphically next time. Sorry, all of you who wanted more Genshin stuff. My bad. It's not intentional. I swear it's not intentional. I swear I will at some point stream Genshin again, I promise. Anyway, I'm gonna take off. Bye, chat. Have a good one. And yeah, we have a lot more to do this week. A lot more streams to handle this week. Okay, anyway. Bye, chat. See you later. Have a good night. See you later. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your week, because it's Wednesday tomorrow.